My name is Santosh Edagula. I'm in conversation with Professor Nageshwar today. He is a subject matter expert in many topics. So today we're going to talk to him about the ongoing corona crisis, the global phenomenon that's happening. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you, Santosh.
Yeah, to start off, first thing, sir, first question is, was this sudden and immediate announcement of lockdown fair enough, or a 2-day notice would have been a little helpful?
Well, this is a peculiar situation, extraordinary situation. First time both the society and the government is battling with this kind of a situation. So extremely difficult with choice is correct. Assuming that the government has given 2 days notice, what would have happened is there would have been a panic travel, panic buying, and a panic movement of the people on the roads. So perhaps the government might have thought with such a panic movement of people would be much more difficult to manage and much more dangerous for this kind of a contagion. So the government might have thought instead of giving the notice, a sudden imposition would keep things right. But the government should have prepared for it in terms of essential delivery of essential services at the doorstep of the citizen, managing the migrant labor conditions, whether to stay here or to go back to their own places. Such kind of management should have been better. But we can't really say whether sudden announcement of the decision to lock down entire country is good or bad.
Right. Yeah. So, Prime Minister hasn't done any press meet. Most of the heads of the countries have addressed the press meet and given confidence to the people. So there's a lot of questioning on social media that Prime Minister hasn't done any press meet on this. What do you think about it?
Well, each leader has his own style of functioning. It's true that the Prime Minister did not speak to the media. It would have been better if he has answered the questions of the media, because any predetermined question is certainly not better than a freewheeling discussion. So, in fact, the President of the United States, you're calling from California, so you know very well, President of the United States, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, addresses the press quite often. So it's not just enough to be active on social media like Facebook or Twitter, because all that is essentially the one-way communication. And even the Prime Minister addressed the nation through the television channel. Well, it was well received. The latest BARC findings reveal that 19.7 million people have seen March 24th, that was the Prime Minister Modi. And it was telecast live on 201 channels. It's a massive viewership, and it is far ahead of IPL viewership. IPL had only 133 million or 13.3 crore. And the Prime Minister March 24th had a 197 million, a small correction, or 19.7 crore. So nearly 20 crore people watched. So perhaps this mode of communication is more comfortable to him. It is certainly good if the Prime Minister exposes himself to the probing questions, and the nation gets answers from the top leader of the country to the probing questions on behalf of the civil society.
Right. I agree, sir. Has the government done enough to create awareness, not just in the urban population, but in the rural sector as well?
Well, I think the awareness is fairly good. In fact, the Adivasis are also, there are reports in the Indian media that even Adivasis across the country are following the social distance. And the people know it. The problem here is not that the people do not know, but the people are self-conscious or not. The biggest problem is there's a kind of a lack of proper understanding of the problem. We have seen on the March 22nd, Janata Curfew, the Prime Minister has given a call for everyone to come and stand in front of his house or in the balcony and clap, so that we really thank the crusaders of anti-corona struggle. But ultimately, how did it turn out? People have come in groups. There was almost kind of a celebration mood. So I've seen in my own apartment, 30 people, 20 people, 40 people coming out and participating in a celebration mood. And we have seen even the chief ministers, top leaders participating in a group in front of their official residences. So this indicates that the kind of response which we need to have toward this virus is certainly not there. And secondly, we have seen how the migrant laborers were making a landmark. So it's a very clear fact that the economic survey of 2017 revealed that 90 lakh people migrate from one state to other. So the total interstate migration in India is estimated at 90 lakh people per year. So economic survey 2017 says they made a study from 2011 to 2016, and annually 90 lakh people move across the state. And if you include the interstate migration, so the people migrating within the state, the figure is mind-boggling. So it is around 139 million or 13.9 crore. So nearly 14 crore people move from their own places. And the government should certainly know this fact, because these are the data, this is the data presented in the economic survey by the government itself. So enough precautions should have been taken to address the concerns of the migrant labor, especially when there is a nationwide lockdown. And that too, nobody knows how long will it be. So today the Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar announced that all kinds of facilities will be provided to the migrant labor, like food, medicine, water, etc. I think this assurance, at least at this point of time, is good. But such an assurance should have been given by the Prime Minister, because migration is much higher in North India. So the two states which are the sources of migrant labor are UP and Bihar. And the states that receive the maximum migrants are Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh. So the problem is the Prime Minister should have told the people that the migrant labor need not worry. Wherever they are, they'll be provided with the food, with ration, with money, etc. Because most of these migrant labor do not have any ration card, have any kind of registration with the welfare state. So what will happen for that? They are obviously concerned when their livelihood is lost. They are worried about their future. So they were marching towards their own houses. So we, as a country, we have moved people stranded in airport. We have moved Indians in foreign countries to our own land. So unfortunately, we could not move the migrant labor. So that is the class character of the public policy. So when it is about the foreign citizens, when it is people who travel, who commute by plane, we have a government to address their concern. But those who commute like migrant labor, they don't have a government that addresses their concerns.
Right. Yeah. So yesterday, IMF declared that it's going to be a global recession. How bad is it going to be for India?
Well, I think Indian economy, even India will be losing around 8 lakh crores of GDP. The coronavirus impact comes at the back, at a time when India is already reeling under economic slowdown. The growth rate has come down to 5%. It was estimated to be 5% in 2019-20. But given the fact that the last quarter of the 2019-20 was affected by these adverse conditions like lockdown, the current estimate is that it could be around 4.5%, not more than that. So that shows that we already have 4.5% growth rate, and the impact of the coronavirus may be much worse. The State Bank of India's Chief Economic Advisor, Soumyakant Ghosh, estimates it to be 2.6%, and the CRISIL rating agency estimates the growth rate to be around 3.5%. So we really do not know what will be the bottom level, because the situation is evolving every day.
Right. So what should be the role of our corporate giants in pharma and tech industry? How do you think they could be of help to India in this corona crisis?
Well, there are 4 things that India's pharma industry, India's medical devices industry has to provide. 1, vaccines. 2, testing kits. 3, that means diagnostics, vaccines, diagnostics, therapeutics, and prophylactics. So these are the 4 things which we should be doing, because, for example, on the diagnostics, India is still far behind. So we have a situation where the diagnostics are not even available to us. So we are unable to conduct the test in a sufficient, but the total test conducted by India is around 27,000 till now. Whereas the South Korea has conducted on average 10,000 tests per day, and the peak was 18,000 tests. So even the South Korean model revealed that the test, trace, and treat is the only solution. So we have to beef up, and the things are moving slowly in our country. Also, the Indian Council for Medical Research and the National Institute of Virology is speeding up the production of the test kits that too at a cheaper rate. So we hope that the things will improve in the near course.
Right. Yeah. Thank you. And also, sir, yesterday I was looking through Facebook and I came through on a post where it says that, the virus itself is not, the virus itself is a problem, but besides that, the fake news surrounding on the virus is become a biggest problem for the states, many states perhaps.
Yeah,
So
that's the biggest problem with the society. Rumor mongering in the age of social media is very high, especially about various superstitions that are being floated, about the magical cures that have been promoted. And that's quite unfortunate. At a time when you share all kinds of unconfirmed news, it may create panic, it may create complacency in society, it may even create hate mongering in society, or racist hate mongering. And such kind of an attitude is absolutely cannot be acceptable. And it's not acceptable in any situation. And it is not acceptable in current critical situation.
sure, sir. Thank you so much for talking to me and clarifying a lot of these questions that has been around in the social media. Thank you so much, sir. Have a good day.